In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on April 8, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. New York Yankees versus Detroit Tigers. The Yankees are looking to tie up the series at 1 game apiece after losing the first game on Monday afternoon. With a strong and exciting start to the season, the Yankees now stand at 6-4. After a solid beginning, they've shown their offensive firepower. The Tigers, matching the Yankees with a 6-4 record, are also off to a good start and, notably, have yet to lose a game at home this year. On Monday, the New York Yankees are kicking off a series against the Detroit Tigers in Detroit. The game time for Monday has been moved up to the afternoon because of the cold weather and potential for bad conditions later in the day. Let's begin by focusing on the weather. It's cold and windy in Detroit, with rain or snow possibly rolling in as the game progresses. The combination of cold and wind can make playing conditions pretty miserable, especially for the hitters. The temperature will stay around 40 degrees, and winds are expected to gust at 20 miles per hour. That's no small matter and shouldn't be ignored. Given these conditions, it could be a good day for a player with a torpedo bat to step up. That said, these weather conditions could work in favor of the home team, the Tigers. Casey Mize, the young and talented pitcher for the Tigers, had a strong first outing last week. One key thing to note for this game is that Mize is known for being a ground ball pitcher, which makes him tough to hit, especially in these windy, cold conditions. His best pitch, the splitter, is difficult to get airborne, making it hard to do damage. After recovering from Tommy John surgery, Mize, the former #1 overall draft pick in 2018, seems to be finding his rhythm now. On the other hand, Yankees pitcher Carlos Rodon has a tendency to give up fly balls and home runs, which could be a problem with the wind blowing out. Rodon is tough for left-handed hitters, but that's likely only bad news for Riley Green. The rest of Detroit's lineup might look to lift the ball into the air and see if the wind helps them out. While the Yankees have the advantage in the bullpen, I think the Tigers will likely have the upper hand in the early innings. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Tigers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. I expect the Yankees to have some success at the plate in this game. They've been the most powerful offense in the league so far, averaging 8.44 runs per game. The Tigers aren't far behind, ranking 9th with 5 runs per game. The biggest concern for New York in this game is that 38-year-old Carlos Carrasco is on the mound. Carrasco has struggled this season with a 7.36 earned run average over his 2 starts. His outings so far have been wild, with an average of 22.5 runs per game between the two teams. One game featured a 20-9 win over Milwaukee, and another had a 9-7 victory over Arizona. While Detroit's offense isn't explosive, I still believe they'll be able to put up several runs in this game, helping us go over the total number of runs. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Dodgers versus Washington Nationals. The Los Angeles Dodgers will play the second game of their 3-game series on the road in Washington, D.C. against the Washington Nationals on Tuesday. Even though they are the visiting team, the Los Angeles Dodgers enter this matchup as heavy favorites. Their overall talent advantage over nearly every team in the MLB, including the Nationals, is undeniable, though Washington managed to pull off an upset in the series opener. The Dodgers and Nationals face off in Game 2 of their series, with the Nationals securing a narrow win on Monday. In that game, the Dodgers never held a lead. However, the Dodgers are expected to come out on top in this one. Washington is sending Brad Lord to the mound, a relief pitcher, which means this game will be a bullpen effort for the Nationals. The Dodgers should look to take full advantage of this and display their strong offensive capabilities. Justin Robalski will make his season debut for the Dodgers on Tuesday. While 2024 has been a tough year for him, I believe the Dodgers offense will carry the day. The win on Monday for Washington ties the season series between the two teams at 5-5 in their last 10 meetings. However, with the Dodgers holding a 4-2 record in their last 6 games in Washington, they are expected to rebound and come away with a victory in this contest. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Dodgers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. This game features two pitchers with fewer than 15 career appearances at the big league level, and the over has already gone 5 to 4 to 1 in their last 10 matchups, dating back to the 2023 season. For the Dodgers, the over has hit in 6 of their last 10 games overall, with 18 runs allowed in their last 4 road games this season. The Nationals, on the other hand, have also seen the over hit in 5 of their last 10 games, scoring 4 or more runs in their last 4 outings. This season, the combined over-under record between the Dodgers and Nationals stands at 12 to 10. With Washington going with a bullpen game, the over seems like a solid play. The Dodgers' offense remains one of the most potent in the league, and the Nationals have also shown some offensive pop through their first 10 games. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Toronto Blue Jays versus Boston Red Sox. The 4-game series between two American League East rivals continues in Boston as the Toronto Blue Jays head to Beantown to face off against the Boston Red Sox on Tuesday night. Toronto comes into the game having just been swept by the Mets over the weekend. They lost the series finale on Sunday afternoon by a score of 2 to 1. On the other hand, Boston had a successful weekend, sweeping St. Louis at home. They won both games of a doubleheader on Sunday, taking the first one 5 to 4 in 10 innings before dominating in the second game, winning 18 to 7. In their first matchup with the Blue Jays, the Red Sox left a lot of runners on base, which was a bit frustrating for them. However, they're unlikely to be out-hit 13 to 5 2 games in a row. Adding to their optimism, Garrett Crochet's return to the mound should provide a significant boost to their pitching staff. On Monday, Richard Fitts struggled in his start, allowing 6 hits, 4 walks, and 3 runs over 6 innings, dropping his record to 0 to 2 for the season. That performance didn't inspire much confidence in the Red Sox pitching, but Crochet's return is expected to give the team the help they need on the mound. As for Toronto, their offense had a tough time during their series with the Mets. They were up against pitchers like Tyler Megill, Griffin Canning, and David Peterson, none of whom are considered top-tier pitchers. Given that Crochet is likely a stronger option than any of those three, it's fair to say that Toronto might face an even greater challenge here. Meanwhile, Boston is coming off 5 consecutive wins, including an offensive explosion in the nightcap of their doubleheader with the Cardinals on Sunday, where they hit the ball all over Fenway Park. With momentum on their side, the Red Sox have a clear advantage, especially considering that Berrios has had some struggles at Fenway Park in his career. When you factor in the Blue Jays' lackluster offense against the Mets, the Red Sox look poised to come out on top in this matchup. Crochet has already delivered in his 2 starts for the Red Sox this season, securing 2 multi-run victories. With his first start at Fenway in 2025 coming up, I expect him to deliver once again. As our first pick for this matchup, the Boston Red Sox to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Looking at the total, the under has been a consistent trend in the Blue Jays' recent games, as their last 8 games have all finished with fewer than 8 runs total. Easton Lucas made his first start for the Blue Jays this season and helped secure a 4 to 2 win, while Garrett Crochet's starts have both ended in wins with final scores of 5 to 2 and 3 to 0. The Red Sox put up some big numbers in their recent sweep of the Cardinals, racking up 36 runs over 3 games. However, Monday's 2 to 6 loss to the Blue Jays brought them back down to earth a bit, which should lead to more realistic expectations for their offense moving forward. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia Phillies versus Atlanta Braves. On Tuesday, the Philadelphia Phillies will travel to Georgia to kick off a 3-game series against their National League East rival, the Atlanta Braves. The Phillies are coming off a close 8 to 7 win against the Los Angeles Dodgers on Sunday, keeping them 1 game ahead of the pack in the National League East. Meanwhile, Atlanta's rough start to the season continues as they suffered a 4 to 0 loss to Miami on Saturday, followed by a rainout on Sunday. With only 1 win in their first 9 games, the Braves find themselves 6 games behind the division leaders. The Atlanta Braves have really struggled this season, and it's hard to expect a sudden turnaround at this point. With 2 days off thanks to the rainout, their offense, which has been a major issue all year, is likely to remain a problem. A huge gap exists between these two teams when it comes to hitting with runners in scoring position. Philadelphia ranks 3rd in the league with a .904 team OPS in those situations, while Atlanta sits at 28th with a lowly .471 OPS. It's clear that the Phillies have the upper hand hand in this area. While it's tempting to bet on an ace-level pitcher like Chris Sale at a reasonable price, the Braves simply don't deserve that level of trust right now. They've been struggling to put things together for the entire season so far. On the other hand, Zack Wheeler, who has been a hard-luck pitcher over the last couple of seasons, now has the support of a strong offense. The Phillies have been performing well against left-handed pitchers this season, and their lineup has shown consistency in those matchups. As our first pick for this matchup, the Philadelphia Phillies money line is our full game side pick. Even with two of the best pitchers in baseball, Zack Wheeler and Chris Sale, taking the mound, it's still tough to see these lineups having trouble scoring runs. Both teams have plenty of offensive talent spread throughout their lineups. However, there is a bit of concern when it comes to relief pitching. The Phillies bullpen sits at 18th in the league with a 3.9 earned run average, while the Braves are slightly worse at 21st with a 4.71 earned run average. With both teams showing strong offensive potential, expect runs to be put on the board. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros versus Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners are set to continue their home series against the Houston Astros at T-Mobile Park, with both teams looking to improve their performance as the season progresses. The Houston Astros have faced some challenges early in the season, struggling to secure victories. They've lost 2 out of their first 3 series and are having a tough time finding consistency at the plate. Meanwhile, the Seattle Mariners haven't been much better, but they do have their ace on the mound. Last season, the Astros averaged only 3.46 runs per game against the Mariners, showing that Seattle has had some success in containing them. Additionally, Astros pitcher Framber Valdez had a rough time when facing Seattle last season, finishing with a 5.16 earned run average over 22.2 innings. On the other hand, Mariners pitcher Luis Castillo has been solid in his 2 outings this season, allowing just 4 runs over 12 innings, while giving up only 8 hits. Castillo has a strong track record against the Astros, posting a 3.69 earned run average and a 1.05 WHIP over 39 innings in his career. Seattle has won 4 of Castillo's last 6 starts, making him a reliable option on the mound. Seattle's offense has been inconsistent at times, but they've proven they can capitalize with runners in scoring position and work deep counts, particularly against right-handed pitchers. The Astros, while a dangerous team at home, have had major struggles on the road. They rank near the bottom of the league in runs per game and batting average, both away from home and in night games. If the Mariners starters can limit Houston's power and avoid letting runners get on base early, Seattle should be able to control the game from the mound. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Mariners money line is our full game side pick. This matchup features 2 teams with lineups that have had trouble maintaining consistency, meaning that offensive production is far from guaranteed. The Mariners have been one of the lowest scoring teams in baseball, averaging just 3.45 runs per game, with their batting average sitting near the bottom of the league. Similarly, the Astros have struggled offensively, particularly in night games, where they are averaging only 1.2 runs per game and batting below .160. With both teams having bullpens capable of handling high-pressure situations and offenses prone to long scoring droughts, it's likely that runs will be hard to come by in this game. This trend has already been seen in 7 of the last 10 matchups, where the total has stayed under. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.